Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here. And in disinformation news, a prank, yes, a simple prank, basically caused a storm, a partial storm anyway, on social media. But it really underscores the problem that we have with disinformation and essentially how innocuous and bland information can be turned into the negative. Now, here's what's going on. If you didn't hear about this, you're not alone. I just read about this today, but essentially here's what happened. And again, this, for the record, as I've said multiple times, cybersecurity basically is agnostic to politics, but we're not immune from it. And we're going to talk about Donald Trump. Don't care if you love or hate the guy or if you're voting for him or not. Here's what happened. Now, his Florida campaign offices were evacuated last week after a prank plastic listening device that can be bought for like $13-14 on Amazon essentially was found, meaning they thought they had found bugs. Now, the offices in West Palm Beach were emptied as law enforcement swept in amid reports of beeping under a worker's desk, and Trump officials reported finding 3 separate devices. But the police report that was obtained by the New York Times that they published showed it was a hoax rather than an act of espionage. And the report read, and I quote, "Found potential listening devices. Heard beeping by desks. Internal security also found device." Now, it also said the person who called law enforcement, quote, "think they have found listening devices, quote, bugs in the office." Now, the report continued and basically said that 50 people were evacuated while the offices were swept for listening devices, but only prank devices were found. And they concluded that essentially the security officials that were looking at this with their detection equipment said, no, this was simply a prank. These are cheap devices you can go buy on Amazon right now. And for the record, it's unknown who put these devices in the office. Was this just like an office prank that got out of hand? Nobody knows, according to the New York Times. Now, for the record, last month, and this is the backdrop of it, the FBI did confirm that Iran had attempted to hack both the campaigns of Trump and Joe Biden. Now, if you recall, I actually did one of my breaches of the week as a PowerPoint presentation on the hacking of the Trump campaign. There was a lot of speculation, a lot of misinformation, disinformation, and this situation obviously calls for that as well, because naturally this was picked up on social media, and I saw multiple posts on both Twitter/X, Elon Musk's platform, and also Truth Social, Donald Trump's platform, as well, as I go looking through the various social media platforms, researching this. And sure enough, people were basically saying, this is outrageous. President Biden is, tracking Trump. The Iranians are tracking Trump. Everybody, the Illuminati is tracking Trump. Everybody is doing this when it actually just is a prank device. That's all we were able to find was these prank devices, and we don't know who put them there, but obviously it was a prank. They had no surveillance or eavesdropping capability. And so by virtue of that, when you start to see these things, naturally what happens, especially if you're a Trump supporter, you say, aha, I see, look at this. They're finding listening devices. This is so scammy. This is a Watergate situation all over again. And then it harkens back to the claims in 2016 that the FBI, had wiretapped Trump when in fact they were actually tracking a Russian mobster in that building by all reports. So all of these things go together, but it's really important to step back, take a breather, look at the evidence, wait for more info to come out, because sometimes a listening device is simply a prank and it's not actually listening, it's just fooling you. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP, and please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please attempt to stay private. Thanks, everybody.